Welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we explore 14 celebrities whom you may not know have learning disabilities. Learning disabilities can impact anyone, and navigating these unique challenges doesn't imply an individual's incapability of achieving great things. Numerous globally renowned actors, musicians, and athletes, whether diagnosed in childhood or adulthood, have not only coped with, but also excelled in life despite learning differently. Let's get started. Just a couple of years before becoming America's television sweetheart at the age of 25 through Friends, actress Jennifer Aniston received a diagnosis of dyslexia. This revelation occurred during a routine eye exam for prescription glasses, when a test revealed her eyes moving back and forth between words while reading. The diagnosis brought relief to Aniston, who had faced challenges in school and previously believed she wasn't intelligent during her upbringing. Although Channing Tatum achieved considerable success as an actor in films such as Step Up, White House Down, and the Magic Mike franchise, he never perceived himself as highly intelligent. This self-perception was influenced by Tatum's challenges growing up with dyslexia and ADHD, causing him to feel like he didn't belong anywhere. It was only through the discovery of the performing arts that Tatum realized his passion would guide him to find his rightful place in the world. Salma Hayek, diagnosed with dyslexia as a teenager, overcame challenges to graduate high school at 15 and pursue studies in international relations and political science at 16. Despite occasional difficulties, such as struggling with the title pronunciation of her 2021 film Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, Hayek has built a successful acting career. She holds the distinction of being the first Mexican woman actor nominated for a Best Actress Oscar. Hayek playfully referenced her dyslexia in a Netflix Black Mirror episode, humorously declaring herself a dyslexic, talented actress with questionable English. Jamie Oliver, now a globally acclaimed celebrity chef, faced learning challenges in his childhood due to dyslexia. Cooking played a pivotal role in overcoming these difficulties, with Oliver expressing to the BBC, "The kitchen genuinely did save me." As a result, he encourages children to adopt their unique approaches to tasks they find challenging. Despite struggles with reading and writing, Oliver has authored a series of cookbooks over his career and ventured into children's fiction. He released his first book, Billy and the Giant Adventure, in April 2023. In his 2016 memoir, American Dreamer, Tommy Hilfiger recounts how his experience with dyslexia guided him toward a career in fashion. Despite not receiving an official diagnosis until later in life, the iconic designer harbored concerns that his difficulty in reading might restrict his life choices. Consequently, he charted his entrepreneurial course. At the age of 17, Hilfiger purchased 20 pairs of jeans, resold them at school for a profit, and utilized the earnings to open his inaugural store. Like many others on this list, actor-comedian Whoopi Goldberg's dyslexia went undiagnosed during her childhood. Despite facing taunts from peers who labeled her as dumb and stupid, she attributes her resilience to her mother, who instilled the belief that she could achieve anything. While fans recognize Goldberg for her roles in classic films like The Color Purple, Ghost, and Sister Act, some may be surprised to learn that she also authored an entire series of children's books about the Sugar Plum Ballerinas. Diagnosed with dyslexia at the age of 7, Tom Cruise acknowledged that even upon high school graduation, he viewed himself as functionally illiterate. To cope with his challenges in reading scripts, the actor relied on directors and producers to explain characters during auditions, managing by ad-libbing. It wasn't until 1986, the release year of his successful film Top Gun, that Cruz claims he gained a comprehensive understanding of his dyslexia. With the assistance of tutors and learning specialists, he acquired techniques to problem solve, study, and harness his creativity to overcome obstacles. As a child, Octavia Spencer discovered that her dyslexia diagnosis wasn't a weakness or deficiency, but rather a unique way of learning. This perspective aided the Oscar-winning star of films such as The Help and Hidden Figures in embracing her distinct strengths. Spencer also received support from a teacher who introduced her to the Encyclopedia Brown books, fostering not only her love for reading, but also inspiring her to later write her series of middle-grade mysteries, Randy Rhoads' Ninja Detective. As a child, Cher faced academic challenges and eventually dropped out of school at age 16. It wasn't until she took her child for a reading difficulties test that everything fell into place. At the age of 30, the singer and actor received a dyslexia diagnosis, shedding light on her reported struggles with reading slowly and feeling like my mind raced ahead of my hand. Despite this revelation, Cher's illustrious career spans 6 decades, marked by a 1988 Best Actress Oscar win for Moonstruck and a 2000 Grammy for Best Dance Recording for her hit song Believe. Like many celebrities on this list, Steven Spielberg wasn't diagnosed with dyslexia until later in life, precisely at the age of 65. During his upbringing, the future filmmaker faced bullying from peers due to his unexplained difficulty in reading, leading him to express that making movies was my great escape. Spielberg's pastime eventually transformed him into one of Hollywood's most renowned producers and directors, boasting decades of blockbuster successes such as Jaws, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, and Schindler's List. Melanie Brown, also known as Mel B, one-fifth of the iconic 1990s pop group The Spice Girls, faced persistent struggles with reading. It wasn't until 2017 that she received a dyslexia diagnosis, which provided insight into her lifelong challenges as a slow reader and the need to repeatedly read scripts for memorization. Mel B has openly discussed and sought to normalize other adult diagnoses she received, including ADHD, anxiety, and dyspraxia. Richard Branson has expressed his belief that individuals with dyslexia, including himself, possess the skills of the future. The entrepreneur highlights dyslexia's correlation with advantageous attributes such as sharp problem-solving skills and vivid imagination, attributing these qualities, in part, to the success of his business, the Virgin Group. Branson has also advocated for an increased understanding of neurodiversity to foster support for future innovation. Anderson Cooper, journalist and descendant of 19th-century tycoon Cornelius Vanderbilt, has a love for books today despite struggling with reading in his childhood. With the guidance of a teacher who instilled a passion for reading, Cooper learned to navigate his mild dyslexia. Alongside his renowned position as a CNN correspondent, Cooper has authored several books, including a co-authored work with Catherine Howe that delves into his family's history, titled Vanderbilt: The Rise and Fall of an American Dynasty. Lastly, raised by an actor and a playwright, Keira Knightley knew from a young age that she wanted to pursue acting. Her parents utilized this aspiration to address her childhood dyslexia, offering her the opportunity to get an agent if she committed to daily reading during summer vacation and auditioned for roles as long as she maintained good grades. Knightley, as a result, grew up to become a big-screen star, featuring in films like Pride and Prejudice and Atonement, both directed by Joe Wright, who coincidentally also has a dyslexia diagnosis. That wraps up our exploration of 14 celebrities who have learning disabilities, but not only coped with their challenges but also excelled in life despite learning differently. Thanks for watching.